Well, we'll see how long this works. Maybe it works, maybe it don't. Okay. First thing we need is a coffee. I'm not doing anything without coffee. Oh. Let's see. Not like that. Not like that. Okay. No, 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 no. Printf. Let's see if I can actually operate a keyboard this morning. Printf. 1, 2, 3, 4. Making a coffee. Please hold. Okay. Oh, there. I'm not doing anything without a coffee, so I'm making a coffee. I'm also gonna, I gotta adjust the temperature a bit. A little bit fresh air. Even if it's cold air, fresh air, I'll take it, you know. Poor confused squirrel out there. Doesn't know what the hell to make of. Okay. I said fresh air, I didn't say freeze my ass off. Okay, coffee. Hey man, on your birthday no less, and I should check the tracking status of that package. I've got, hey man, yes, and it's your birthday? Really? Just a second here, I gotta check something here. "37 years. You went around the sun 37 times. For some inexplicable reason, you went around the sun 37 times. Yeah, I understand that. Done it a few times myself, you know. The mailing list's glitched. Uh-oh. Daniel Stenberg, he screwed up the mail server. Ooh, that's not good. Anyway, I gotta go get my my coffee. I left it sitting in the kitchen. It's becoming stronger. And I have to be careful because it's going to get so strong it'll be undrinkable, you know. You got to give a call to your dad. Happy birthday to you. Hold on a sec. Man, what was I thinking? Turning off the heat. Hopefully hell I didn't just make heart attack coffee. Hold on. Something's not working again. Huh. Squeaky door isn't squeaking right. Let me just put that down. Hey Rob, how you doing? Alrighty then. So, alrighty, let's talk about a situation. So, I've got a machine with some disk drives on it, in it, whatever you want to say. And it panicked. I mean, it panicked over and over and over again. It was really bad. I did attach some pictures to the bug. There's the bug right there. Let me just get away from Nico's directory here. Go here, FreeBSD. And I'm just muttering along, so I can only hope that people can hear me muttering. And I gave up looking at this for a little while. There it is, right there. So, oh, you just got done with a 12-hour shift? I thought you were off for 3 or 4 days or something like that. Or, oh, no, that was, what the hell day is today? Oh, today's like Friday. I don't even know what day it is, you know? You just got done with a 12-hour shift, oh, so you're ready to crash. You've got no time to listen to me mutter and babble about shit. I gotta remember, when you're working is the best time for me to be doing streaming in the middle of the night, right? Yeah. Let me talk about this panic. Let me see. I had to take pictures because there was no other way to capture the data. And I'm trying to find, I think it's here. No. Now, where did he see the reset? Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Cam status, uncorrectable parity, CRC error. It says ADA4 right there. ADA4. Now, brace yourselves, because what I did was I attached one of those brand new Samsung SSDs onto the machine. The objective being, I wanted to do a full ZFS send backup of my Zpools. Now there's 2 Zpools, and I thought the fastest way to do the backup is I'll just do a backup to, you know, a big, brand new SSD. Made sense to me, you know. Boom, the machine just blew up. I can boot it, right? I can boot the bloody thing. Maybe I can boot the thing. Hold on a second. Okay, so what I did was I created a USB key and loaded it with a snapshot. So these are the FreeBSD snapshots right here, okay? Now, there's December the 2nd, so that's actually last night. So sometime last night, these got published, okay? Previous to that will be November the 25th. There it is, November 25th. The November the 25th snapshot, if I boot the November 25th snapshot and try to use it as a live DVD, boom, panic. It panics and just boom, down. End of story. Out of business, dead. So I said, okay. Once more under the breach, dear friends, I will try to boot the most recent December the 2nd snapshot from last night. Okay? I'm going to try to boot that, use it as a live DVD, and see if I can first off detect the pre-existing Zpools on the hard drives and the Samsung SSD. That means I have to be able to import them into a alternate target root directory, some other options, and then maybe I can get away with a Zppool scrub. Maybe I can get away with that, not sure. I don't know. the whole thing may just blow up because it may be hardware. It may actually be a SATA port is dead, which means down here he says, "Whilst I can't comment on the details of the kernel panic, I see the AHCI reset immediately prior to the panic right here." This right here, you know? Hey man, so maybe it's a hardware issue. Maybe he's right. I said, hey man, excellent catch. You know, I was concerned about my data, even though this is a test and wreck-it type machine. So to get a backup from the ZFS Zpools on that machine, I did attach a shiny new Samsung SSD onto a SATA port. I did that. I always look at those little plastic SATA cables with some suspicion, given my experience with storage systems over the years. They really do look like 12 for a dime trash when compared to old FCAL, you know, fiber disk setups and SAS backplanes and SAS storage. This is, you know, they're just, SATA is just so cheap. Anyway, this is what we have these days on x86 PC trash, and such is life. So I'm going to swap around some cables and SATA ports and see what happens. I'm going to reseat the cables. I may even have to move all the disks over to a whole other motherboard, so I'm ready to do that. Get a serial port, right? Get it, whoop, what did I do there? Right? Get a serial port for the console. And let me see, I have to admit that the latest FreeBSD MD snapshot landed today, so I was also going to give a try to boot that, see if the machine panics, okay? Yeah, we're gonna do it live. From a live DVD option. If so, then this has to be hardware. What is a great concern to me is that a single bad SATA port will take down the entire damn machine. And that's just crap design. That is crap. That is crap design, folks. That is crap, you know? No, these are not dying discs. These are not dying discs. I think it's just dying hardware, you know? Okay, so let's begin with the fun and joy. I'm going to need to make a camera adjustment here. With any luck at all, the camera keeps going. Is that crisp and sharp? You'll notice we've got the blue Esther, right? Esther is running just fine back there. There's Esther. Yeah, this is the GA Masonry hat. GA Masonry, one of the largest well, masonry, bricklayer, stonemason outfits, at least in Canada. They do a lot of good work. And I've had an opportunity on a couple occasions to work on data center projects, you know, where they were critical. They were critical to building a new data center, and, you know, the G&A guys, they just kept giving me a baseball cap and stuff like that. And this may come across crazy, but I may be a bit of a geek, but I also fit in just fine with hardworking people, and I was more than happy to go out and catch a beer afterwards, that kind of stuff, you know? Okay. Alrighty then, how am I going to do this? I'm going to try to boot first the live USB, the live snapshot. I'm going to try to do a boot. You're not going to be able to see much on the monitor. I guess, you know. Oh, geeks are very hard-working people. I'm talking about the type where your fingernails are getting filthy and, you know, full of dirt and shit. Don't frickin' interpret what I'm trying to say, man. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about guys that work outside at 5 below zero laying bricks, you know, as opposed to people that stand in the cold row of a fucking data center shivering for like 2 hours at a time, you know. All right, let me just, yeah, and I'm wearing, I'm basically wearing fucking, you know, warm leggings here. Okay, so I got a boot disk. What my concern is that the SATA cables are shit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can move a SATA cable. Of course I've got a SATA cable with a fucking clip on it. Yeah, it's got a clip. It's got a clip. So I've got no way to pull these out of here other than, you know what I need? I need some needle nose pliers. Yeah, I need some needle nose pliers. Not really, really fine needle nose pliers, but I need pliers. And that's okay, I've got that right here. I've got just the thing. There we go. That's what I need. Needle nose pliers. Yeah, well, I did enough outside work in the Army, okay? I can assure you, I've done enough outside work in the military. All right? Are you telling me that even with needle nose pliers, I can't get that SATA cable off the board? There we go. There we go. I got it. I got it. Okay, so this is the brand new Samsung disc. Oh shit! Power comes from that power supply. That's going to be a problem. Okay, we're going to skip the Samsung SSD entirely for now. We're just going to take it right off the board. It's off. It's out of the picture. It's not involved anymore. Let me see. I've got two SATA cables there. My ester. And here I've got a multitude. Yeah. Okay. Network, blah, 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 blah. Cooling fan. Fuck it, should be good to go. Okay. I'm gonna keep these needle nose pliers, and well, I'll just put them near the toolbox because I hate misplacing my tools and then I can't find them. Oh, good coffee. Good coffee. Okay. Maybe what I should do is I should set up the camera so you can see the monitor. You know, because you don't need to see me, not really, but you do need to see the command line. That's a thing. And this is not going to work if I don't plug this in, so I better get this plugged in. Let's see if I can get this plugged in on one try. One try. USB. Come on. Get in there, whore. What need to be do? Take you out to dinner? Kiss you on the cheek? What? Okay, you're in. Okay, so that's in. All right. Maybe this works, maybe it don't. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Let's hit power switch. Right there. Got a red light. I heard a beep. I heard a beep. I'm just going to hit F12 a couple times here. There we go. Okay, select the boot device. There it is. So UEFI, the USB boot device. And away we go, and there's FreeBSD. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to boot options and say, now hold on a second. Hold on, how am I going to do this? I'll make it verbose, single user for the moment, and then go to just boot single user, done. We'll just let that happen. Just let that happen. Okay. Yeah, chess is just turning into one draw after another, huh? That's annoying as hell. You know, that is just annoying as hell. And chess is just one damn draw after another. It's like, why even bother playing if you're not going to like make a game out of it? You know, there's a cardboard box. Let me see if I can move something here. This might even work. Who knows? Bear with me. This is where the camera usually dies, right? The camera usually dies a terrible death at this point. No? Still working? OBS is going to work today? Okay. Enter full path name of the shell. It might even focus. It's that. That's it. Okay. Uname-apku says Thursday, December the 2nd, right there. Thursday, December the 2nd. Here, let me just change what's on the main screen so that the lighting is a little bit different. There we go. Okay. Okay. Well, let me exit out of here. It's going to go to the installer. But I'm going to go right here to, oh, I don't know if you can see that. There's a, no, you can't see it. It says live CD. Live CD, which gives me a command line right there. And I should not have a root password. Root, there we go. Okay. So here comes the hard part, which is going to be gpart show. And there's a pile of disks. ADA1, ADA2, ADA3. There is no ADA4, which is good. I removed it. That was the Samsung SSD. And there's a pile of FreeBSD-ZFS partitions kicking around. At this point, there is a command called zpools import, but I think a dash capital N. Hold on, where am I right now? I'm under /root. We need a file system that we can modify. Let's go to /temp, make a directory called, I don't know, foo. Okay, we're now in foo. And let's do a zpools import and see if we get a list. We should get a list. Okay, we do. A little bit confusing in terms of the devices, but we do at least get two pools, C0 and Z0, and that's fine. That's fine. That looks good. That's okay. All right. So let's make a directory here. Call it C0. Make another directory called Z0. Check. Where am I? I'm under /temp/foo, and now I know I got a C0 and a Z0 there. Or a Z0, depending on how you want to pronounce the letter Z. Zulu 0? Whatever. Okay. zpools import -N. I believe that means do not mount anything. Don't mount a single file system. -R says I want the alternate root location to be /temp/foo/C0, and the name of the pool is C0. I hear some noise. Okay, that worked. Do the same thing now with Z0. And a little bit of disk thrashing. Do a ZFS list. And there's our file systems. Okay. And they're all mounted under, well, sorry. It says there's a mount point, but none of these file systems are mounted. Okay? None of them. Now, here comes the hard part. The really difficult part is to run a zpools scrub. And that takes time. It also may cause the whole machine to panic. Why would it panic when I attach the Samsung SSD? Well, let's just see what happens when I attach the Samsung SSD, shall we? Is anybody here game? I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to take the brand new shiny Samsung SSD and I am going to pop it onto a SATA port. I just need to get one of these snazzy red enterprise class high speed SATA licorice cable craps. Brad! How are you, man? How are you? I'm trying to rescue some Zpools. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if the machine's going to panic. The machine can panic at any moment, doing nothing, under no load. All right. Okay, so this thing here is what I'm trying to get attached to this machine. All right, it's a it's one of these Samsung 870 QVOs things. All right, that's what I'm attaching to the machine right now. All right, bear with me. I can just get the cable to reach. Of course, it's going to be twisted in the wrong way. Okay, what happened? Okay, we got some output here. What are you working on? You're compiling LLVM Clang on a Raspberry Pi. Messing with Haiku, RISC-V, that's got to be hand crank ester slow. A measurement of slow is ester slow. Anybody notice we got a new disk, see? ADA4 right there. So the Samsung SSD has arrived. Let's just see. Worse than ester. I don't know. LLVM on a Pi. Yes, absolutely. Another cup of coffee. So far for December, it's a zero alcohol December thus far. I'm not putting whiskey in my coffee or anything. Okay. G-part. Show. ADA4. Looks good. There's a ZFS, there's ZFS there. Okay. What was awesome? I don't understand. What did I do? I didn't do anything awesome. Good old Esther. Esther's awesome. Haiku. Booting RISC-V images. Wow. Yeah, I know about RISC-V and FreeBSD. I don't know anything about FreeBSD. Sorry, Linux and RISC-V. Okay, here comes the hard part. So G-part import should show me G-part. What am I talking about? Zpools import. Was anybody keeping track of what I'm doing? Okay, there's Zpools import right there. Right there. Hang time. Hang time. No panic. It didn't panic. This is very strange. Okay, so let's make a directory called C1. And then do a Zpools import, the same as we did before, except it's going to be C1. C1. Survey says yeah. Oh, panic. There it is. There's the panic. You saw it. There it is. Duplicate free of, looks like memory page from a zone and a slab. So we've got ourselves a memory problem here. It doesn't say a damn thing. It doesn't say anything about any sort of a SATA port reset or anything. Okay, there's the panic. There it is in living color. There's the panic. All right, so now I got to start thinking creatively. It's the exact same, it looks like the exact same message too. Duplicate free of something something, you know, different memory address. The memory address looks different. Duplicate free. And everything else is the same. Yep. Panic. Oh man, am I going to be able to boot a previous edition snapshot? There's no sense in even doing a backtrace or where or anything. I mean, the information you see on the screen is all we're going to get. That's really all we're going to get out of this. Damn it. Well, damn it, Janet. All right. So those Zpools. Does that Samsung SSD have anything to do with it, or is that going to have... No, the Samsung SSD has nothing to do with it. Nothing. Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. On a scale of good to bad, this is bad. Okay. All right, so now I got to get creative. Now I got to get creative. It's just what we need. A little bit of creativity. Can you say panic, boys and girls? Nothing says stability like a panic. Panic! Crash. Okay. That's not good. Alrighty. Not good, not good. Okay, so that's a whole different, that's a new snapshot right there. And I'm getting the same failure. And it looks like memory management is failing, is what it looks like, but I don't know for sure, right? Now what I'm going to need to do is boot a machine. To boot a simple machine. Oh man, this is going to be a drag. Okay, this is going to be a drag. Okay, let's turn that off. That doesn't serve any purpose. Doesn't tell me anything at this point. This doesn't tell me anything at this point. Turn that off. Okay. Power down. Power down. Now, let's just start by moving around some disks. We'll start with the Samsung SSD. I'm just going to slide that aside over here. Oh, you know what? Because it's brand new, I'd like to be a little bit more careful with it. Damn it all to hell, Janet. Screw it. I'll put it over here. Well, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? Something's clearly, the technical term that we're looking for here is fuckered. Something is clearly fuckered. It may be the memory on that motherboard as opposed to the memory on this motherboard. So what I'm going to start doing now is seeing if I can move around bits, pieces, and parts and build a surrogate machine that I can do the exact same test on. Okay? Does anybody understand what I'm saying? The exact same test. Starting with unplugging some accessory hardware that we don't need. Well, we sure don't need an NVIDIA Quadro card. That's gone. NVIDIA Quadro card gets set aside somewhere where I can find it later. Maybe. Put that there. Doesn't fall. Alrighty, here's what we're going to do. Okay, SATA cable, SATA cable. That's already got a disk hanging on it. That's another SSD. Put that aside over here. Oh, there's the box for the Samsung. I think what I'll do is that's right, I was keeping all my disks over here. It's a funny place to keep my discs, but what the hell. That one's in use, I'll leave that right there. Okay, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 SATA cables. We also need a cooling fan. Okay, I don't know if the SATA cable's good, bad, or otherwise. Where did I throw that other one that I just had in my hand? And I did, of course, toss it. Wasn't too sure whether to trust it or not. Well, I guess I'll just plug some more. SATA cables are cheap like borscht. Cheap like borscht. The hell is this? Who the hell packages anything like this? Doesn't make any sense. Where's need some cutters. Temperature locked up. What? You're signing off? Okay. I didn't know you signed on. So another cheap ass red crappy SATA cable. That's what we got here. This one really looks like crap. I mean, there's crap and then there's crap. This looks like crap. Yeah. Oh, scheisse. I've got another problem here. A couple of those discs are powered with Molex 12-volt connectors. Shit. How the hell do I get a 12-volt connector? Molex. Oh man. Things you just don't see coming. Unless, of course, I rescue one ZFS at a time. Could do that. Could try to rescue one at a time. I don't know. Yeah, let's do what we can. Okay. Starting with unplug this, unplug that. That's going to be my boot disk. So I'm going to hook up this boot disk. It's a Western Digital, actually. It's a Western Digital disk. That'll be my boot disk. I need power. I haven't got the power kitten. There we go. Alright, done. Done. Okay, next is pick a disk, any disk, random, who gives a damn. and hope for the best. There's got to be one here that's got, okay, that looks like SATA, proper SATA, reasonable power. It says Hitachi Death Star. Okay, Hitachi Death Star. It is what it is. Power cables. How am I going to do this? How the hell am I going to do this? Well, I'll just lay it on its side and hope for the best. That's what. I'll do that. Okay, done. There's power in there. That goes there. Why have I got a roll of shock wipes? I don't know. On the outside chance I got to do an oil change. On the outside chance I got to do an oil change. All right, next. What kind of power have we got on this? We have multiple power options? Yes, we do. Okay, this has multiple power options. Okay, again, I got SATA power, SATA cable, SATA cable. Oh man, come here, you. Dust. Anytime you start doing anything around computers, of course, there's going to be dust. There's the SATA cable right there. So, we'll put that into. What port's that going into? Right there. In. Way to go. Okay, so let's put this over here on this disc. Pick a disc, any disc, I don't really care. That's the joy of ZFS. Okay, done. Okay, you sit there. Gravity, do your thing. Gravity, be nice to me. Next. Another disc. Let's rotate that way. Okay. And another disc. Power goes over here. What is that cable? Oh, that's 10 gigabit. Okay, 10 gigabit fiber. I'm going to move out of the way. Do not pinch the fiber. Got it. 10 gigabit fiber, do not pinch. Basic rule. Okay. Come on, you can do it. No, you can. There you go. There we go. Now, once more under the breech, dear friends. Come on. Get out of there. Done. You're out. There we go. Here's another disc. What I need then is yet another SATA cable. Done. And furthermore, we need power. There's a place for this to go and a place for it to plug in. 10 gigabit Ethernet. Just a second. This 10 gigabit Ethernet is going to cause me heartache. I can tell. I might as well just move that out of the way. Bag up, bag up, bag up, bag up. Bag up. There you go. Back up is what I'm trying to do, damn it. Damn it, Janet. Okay, disc, disc. One more disc. There's a disc, there's a disc. Everywhere, disc, disc. Old McDonald had a disc. EIO. Okay. And I/O is exactly what I want. And the SATA port. There's a 50-50 chance you get the SATA cable on right, and I've managed to have to flip every SATA cable that I've touched. And that's it. We're done. All we need now is shim beer corks. Oh, we should be able. What is this Web 22 person? Oh, you got to turn off. You got to turn off connected disconnect, okay? You got to turn that off, or you're going to go completely crazy, right? Connect, disconnect, turn that crap off. Trust me, you don't want it. Doesn't serve any purpose, won't do you any good. Cooling fan. Yeah, you gotta just turn that crap off. Doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. This is a cooling fan. I'm just gonna balance it on the motherboard because, you know, screw it. There it is, done. Okay, I got Ethernet, keyboard, mouse, video. Got myself a Wallaby here. The Wallaby goes there. Bootable USB goes into, this is blue in color, so that'll go into USB type 3. Okay, and that's it. We should be able to boot that sucker. So this is going to get messy, okay? This is going to get messy. Bear with me. I don't know exactly what's going to happen here. We don't need a mouse. Mouse! We need a keyboard. There's a keyboard. Okay. Keyboard done. Okay, what I'm going to try to do now is boot a totally different motherboard with the exact same thing that you saw me do before, except I just moved all the hardware, right? The hardware's been moved. Now, if the panic moves with it, we've got ourselves a genuine problem. I have to wonder who the hell else is running into this, right? Is anybody running into this? I don't know. So many things I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to need to move my red stapler. Red stapler goes there. Let's see, I got to move a couple things. Okay, this is all a mess. A proper messy desk, because I'm a messy guy in a messy world. Okay, we're going to rotate and take a look at the big screen. Okay, there's the big screen. Everybody see the big screen? You see the big screen? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Okay, there's the stupid fuckhead lights, and the LED, the RGB flashing LED breathing bullshit lights on that motherboard. And what I need to do is I need to untangle the boot button. I've got a hardware boot button here. Okay. All right, here we go. First off, we got to switch over the monitor to another input source. This all has to happen fairly quick. And then I have to hit F2 to change the boot source. Come on. No, don't give me that. Give me a display. Give me something. I got a blue light. What the hell is going on? I didn't get the option to do a boot. I didn't see a logo. I didn't see anything. I'm hitting the reset button. I hit the reset button. There it is. There it is. Asus bullshit. Oh, now I need a fucking mouse. I completely forgot you need a fucking mouse for this stupid new UEFI freaking bullshit gamer shit crap. I hope there's a warning on my YouTube channel that says he may curse. Okay, boot priority. Let's go to a boot menu. USB flash drive right there. Go. And there we go. Okay. There's FreeBSD coming up. I need, okay, boot options again. 4, 5, bear with me. Go back, boot single user, and away we go. Okay, and away we go. Once more under the breach, dear friends. How do you boot to a serial console from the installer? Does anybody know? Does anybody know how to do that? Anybody? Bueller? How do you boot to the serial? How do you boot with the installer right to the serial console? Is that an option? It's got to be an option. Because this is a pain in the ass to work with, right? I mean, this is a pain in the ass working with this. Okay, let's try it one more time. You know what? It's completely harmless to hit the button one more time. Okay? Just bear with me while I shake the camera around and whatever. I'm going to hit the reset button. Okay, reset. Ready? Here comes the it's a hardware reset. And I'm going to get the UEFI. Uh-oh. What did I hit? Did I hit it? I did hit it. Crap shit. Come on. Thank you. Give me that stupidity one more time. Okay, good. Okay, cooling fans. There's one other chassis fan that's not spinning right now. I don't give a shit. Okay. Let's go back to the boot menu on that Lexar USB, whatever. Okay, boot menu. USB flash drive, go there. It's got to be an option. Let's see. Yes, it's an option. It's there. I see it. It's an option. Hold on a sec. Okay. I'm going to just move this up here. Right there, if it ever focuses, is option 5. 5 says console is video. I can say console dual. Serial is primary. Video primary. Console is now serial. You see it? Console is now serial. Yes. This is the good shit. Okay. Okay, it might be a little slow though, right? It might be a little slow. And I'm hoping it goes immediately to 9600 baud. If it doesn't, then this will be a real shit show. Okay, just a second. I need to move a serial cable. I've never actually tried this before. Let me just unscrew that. Unscrew that. This is a serial cable. DB9 serial. Go there. Down here. Plug into serial here. Oh, okay. And wait, but wait, there's more. I didn't plan for this, you know. There was no planning involved in any of this. Alrighty. This is all about to get tricky. Very tricky. Not a whole lot of planning went into any of this. No. Alrighty. What? Yeah, okay. So, number one, hit enter, and it goes to the boot. Okay, so let me just switch this over here. I'm going to switch some things around. Bear with me. Are we having fun? Never did this before. You know? This whole booting serial console thing. Never even tried it. Let me put my big fat head out of the way. I mean, if this works, it works. If it works, then I really like it. You know? Get my big fat head out of the way. Right there. Done. Done like dinner. Get. You just added a house fan to your... Well, that'll do it. Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. Have you seen the kind of crap I run? Hey, this motherboard is propped up with corks from Chimay beer. Chimay beer, right? Corks. Just prop it up with corks and be happy. Okay? All right. We need an amber. Good name for a stripper. Good name for a terminal. Amber colored terminal. There we go. And there it is. Amber. Looks good. Next. Let me just check this ISC machine. Ping and .20. Okay. Let's just see when that comes alive. We need this, by the way. Okay? Quote of the day. What's that? Amber is a good color for a terminal and a good name for a stripper. Right? Meanwhile, there's Esther. There's Esther right there. There's Esther. Uptime, 12 days, doing just fine. Okay. And let me just exit out of there. There's ADM sys for some reason. Okay, where am I? Oh, yes, yes. So I made some changes to, does anybody remember the bullshit roulette code that I was running? Oh, this is Phobos. This is another machine that is just cooking itself all the time. Look at this, 49 degrees Celsius, 53 degrees Celsius. This machine is parked inside a closet which has no heating. There's no real valid insulation for this closet. Okay? That thing is in a cool room. Okay? Really. It's in a cold room. And it sits there at 50 degrees Celsius all the bloody time. Esther's a good machine. Let's see. That's right. Now that I think about it, I hope I pushed the code changes, you know? Let me just do a GL here. A bit shifting bit mask idea. Okay, get wall origin. Yes. Could be up to date. If it's up to date, then I'm happy. Yeah, we're already up to date. Does anybody remember the idea that I was farting around with this roulette thing? Because I made a small change here. Back on YouTube. Well, of course. Don't you know? Everybody's getting killed on Twitch. Twitch kills everybody, man. Everybody. Oh, bitmask. Huh. Somewhere down here. Here we go. Right here. I said If anybody remembers this, you've got the layout of a standard American roulette table. Looks like that, right? I don't need those. Oh man, come on, gravity. Would gravity just work, please? I throw a pair of needle nose pliers at a toolbox and they bounce. They bounce. Gravity. Gravity lies. Where did I put that SATA cable? I threw a SATA cable away. Hell, I don't fucking know. Anyway, oh yeah, I know. Nico's. I know all about Nico's band. Yes, absolutely, he was banned. He's a bad person. He needs to be banned. Anyway, I made a small change here where I said these are the colors. I was using like an array to track the colors right here. Static color data, right? And instead what I did is I packed them into a single 64-bit integer right here. I said, you know, there's your colors. So bit 0 represents slot 1. That's red in color. So this is going to be bit number 1, 2 to the power 1, that's 2. But anyway, oh, of course it's fucking bullshit. We're talking about Twitch, man. Bullshit! You know, quality. Anyway, listen, these are the bits that represent the colors of the roulette table. Yeah, I was just combing my beard there. So it all packs into a 64-bit integer like this, and then later, much later, hit the wrong keyboard. Hope I didn't screw something up. A second. Way down here someplace, where we have to determine the color of a given spin, it's right there. The color mask is what I call a big 64-bit 1, shifted over to the left by slot minus 1, because slot 1 is the number 1. Subtract 1 from that gets you to bit 0. So this gets shifted 0 if you land on the number 1. If you land on the number 2, then it's going to be slot minus 1, that's 1, and the whole thing shifts over by 1 fucking bit, right? And then your color flag is your bit flag with an and, a bitwise and of the color mask. So first I make the color mask. I could do this all in one line, but it works just fine the way it is. Anyway, I know it's not obvious. And this machine is still not pinging back at me for some strange reason. Oh man, what's going on there? One moment, please. Let's see if this will compile. Of course it does. That's on Esther. Yeah, color data is unused, bankroll is unused, everything else is, yeah, fine. So this is Esther. So we run the schmuck for 20 spins of a roulette table, and it shows us, here's the machine, here's Esther, it's FreeBSD 14 of course, and well, there it is, there's your spins. So 20 spins, and it lands on 27 odd red, 23 odd red, 2 even black. There's a lot of reds come up right away. 14 even red, 19 odd red. I've already checked this, and the data is correct. Now let me go see about this machine, because I think I plugged in the Ethernet cable in the wrong port. That's generally what I do. Need my crash light. Yeah, of course. Of course. I had the Ethernet cable plugged into the wrong port. Oh well. I didn't say I was smart. Just said I was persistent. Alright, let's give this a try. I really hope this comes up as 9600 baud. You never heard of a moon called Schmuck? No, Schmuck is the name of the player that's playing roulette. Schmuck. As in, you have to be a schmuck to play the game. Okay, let's get this done. Come on, be there. Wakey, wakey, come on. Done that all day. Okay, looks good. Okay, let's check. 22 degrees Celsius. How the hell is that even possible? Let me see if I can boot this machine. Uh-oh. That's not looking good. Yeah, well, it might be serial, but I don't know what damn speed it's doing. Okay, this is not good. That's not good. We have no idea what speed the damn thing wants as its serial console. Yeah, it looks like modem noise. When's the last time you've seen that, right? So that's not working. Why isn't it working? It should work at 9600 baud, 8 none 1. I mean, isn't that like the default? Here, let me do a full reset on that terminal. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Okay, so that's a sadness. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. At least not by default. The FreeBSD installer, now it should be, this is what I'm saying. It should be 9600 baud, 8 none 1, which is basically, you know, serial communications used on switches and routers and servers and stuff for the past 25, 30 years, 35 years, right? But that's not what we're getting from FreeBSD. Unless there's an option. Hold on a second. Let me just check and see if the FreeBSD installer serial options. You never know. It might have like an option where I'm supposed to, you know, tell it. Yeah, use option number 3. This drops into a shell. And then what? I have to modify the bootloader of the installer? Boot up the memory stick or whatever. Instead of install, pick live CD. That will give you a chance to create the bootloader conf on the installer. add in the comm console settings, blah blah, you reboot. Really? Let's do that. It should automatically, but it's not, right? It should automatically, but it's not. We know it's not automatically. So why don't we just agree this is what we want. I don't know if it works, but we're going to try it, you know. EE. EE is the easy editor. Why? Because is there no VI or something? Hell, I'll do it with printf. You know. Here, let me just take a look at what's on Esther. Esther will tell us what we need. There you go. Hear this. Doesn't say a damn thing about speed. It doesn't say a damn thing there about speed. Nothing. You ever feel like you're being lied to? You know? This says speed. Alright. Are there any other options I need to know? Like 9600, 891, that kind of thing? Let's do that. What I'll do is EE, the easy editor. I don't need easy editor. What I need is, by default, the serial port settings are, yeah, but it's not working, right? I mean, hell, this, whatever this is wrong. Now, let me demonstrate. Let me demonstrate, okay? Anybody who's watching, you're watching, I'm going to disconnect this, and we're going to connect to Esther. Okay, we're connecting to Esther now. Esther's running. Esther is running. We connect the serial back on Esther. Are we watching? Are we watching? There's Esther. Esther, 9600 baud, 891 right away. No issues. So they got the installer set to 115,200 or some crazy ass shit like that. Okay. Esther's running all the time. Esther's running all the time. Esther is screwed to the wall and running fine. Let me just leave that right there for now. And yeah, everybody needs an Esther in their life. You know, screwed to the wall, works fine. It's not fast, but it works. All right, so we need this. This is what we need in the bootloader conf. Well, bear with me, folks, because I've got no way out of this other than to hit reboot on that machine. I don't see any way out of it. Done. I hit reset. Bear with me. I'm just going to bring up the I'm going to do what the bloody thing says. You know, I'm just going to get the boot menu, edit the file, see if it's not bullshitting me. Okay, there's the blue light. We got the blue light. Okay, that looks good. Oh, man. Doesn't make any sense to me, though. Doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make any sense that I gotta go to the live DVD in order to edit the bootloader. I don't know. I'm dubious, you know. I'm really dubious about this. Well, there is a bootloader. The file exists. Sorry, I know you can't see. It doesn't say much. I don't know if it's editable or not. I got no idea, right? Right there. There's a bootloader right there. Maybe it's editable. I don't know. Let me try this. USR bin printf. Okay. And I'll say boot multicons. Sure. Boot underscore multi multi-console. Sure, multi-console. I got it. Equals, and I need a 042 here. Big capital yes. \n. Append that to the bootloader. It may come back and say to me, you know, that's it's a read-only file system. Yep, it says read-only file system. Gotta be kidding me. So I gotta hit exit. Just one thing after another. Don't tell me I gotta use a mouse. Live CD. And now we're at a machine where what? The bootloader is now editable? Now there's a bootloader. Yeah, well, we're getting a morning stream because I've been up all night. There it is, bootloader. Same damn thing. Okay, let's try this again. usr/bin/printf. ZFS mount from timeout 10. That's fine with me. I don't really give a damn about that. Okay, one more time with feeling boot multicons. Boot multi console. Is that spelled right? Boot underscore multicons equals big capital yes. This is more convoluted than I expected it to be. Boot loader.conf. Read-only file system. So what we have here is bullshit instructions. Those instructions are bullshit. I'm running the live DVD right now, and the bootloader is not. Okay, unless they mean some other setting someplace. Great documentation. Okay, so that's wrong. That doesn't work. I got an idea. I got an idea because I'm getting pissed off and tired with bullshit documentation. It's wrong. You know, I love bullshit documentation that's wrong. Hey Nico, how you doing? I'm trying to boot the installer using a serial console. Turns out the documentation is bullshit. Go figure, you know. Well, I got my 2 pools there. You just came back from the C course? Not from a C course, but the C course. Why is the installer stuck at 115,200 baud? That's driving me nuts. The C course. Not a C course. Okay, mount. Can I do anything with mount? Make directory foo. No, it's a read-only file system. I can go to temp. Make a directory called foo. That frickin' works. Okay. Okay, make a directory called C0 and Z0. No. 99999. There is no way to boot the installer to serial by setting serial cable connection protocol stuff. Can't be done. So that's a pain in the ass. Okay, let's see if it panics. Here comes another panic, everybody. It's gonna panic. Anybody want to place bets on whether this thing panics? Anybody? Not even in the loader. Yeah, but where do you edit that? Right? Set the console to serial. No, I can set the console to serial, no problem. I can do that. But it wants to go to 115,200 baud by default. So I end up getting modem noise thrown at me. Yeah. If you happen to know, if you happen to have even a clue how you set up the installer to go to serial at a particular speed, that would be great. So far, I'm pretty disappointed with it. Okay, Zpools import -N -R temp foo C0 C0. Whoa, disks are thrashing. Disk thrashed. Disk thrashed. The blue light is flashing. The blue light is flashing, boys and girls. See mainloader.conf. No, you can't edit the loader though in the installer, Nico. Right? I tried. You can't edit the loader. It's a read-only file system. /boot/loader.conf. It's a read-only file system. Man, that's really thrashing. The disks are thrashing. No, when the loader comes up, hit escape. Wait. Disks are thrashing like crazy here. Do you hear the disks thrashing? Can you hear it? No shit. Where were you 15 minutes ago, man? All right, here's my ZFS file systems. We have not panicked yet. There's been no panic yet. Read the fucking manual, I guess? Okay. When the loader comes up, hit escape. Really? I'm gonna have to try that. Seems I'm gonna have to give that a try. However, what we're really trying to do is trigger a panic. Maybe. Maybe it panics. Maybe it don't. We don't really know. But it's been panicking over and over again, continuously and non-stop. So here we go again, one more time with enthusiasm. Machine is thrashing. How do I sort this out? Wrong direction. Get over there, you. And up, 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 up. Look way up. Well, that's as good as that's going to get. You know what? Disk activity is just thrashing. I'm not exactly too sure what it's doing. But let's do Zpools IOstat -V every 5 seconds. I want to see what's going on, because it seems to be awfully busy. At 115 meg per second. Yeah, the C0 mirror looks like it's doing. It looks like it's doing a resync. Yeah. Well, that may be about the best I can possibly hope for. I'm just a little pissed off about this, COM console speed 9600 thing, which, by the way, I didn't do any of that on Esther. On Esther, it just worked at 9600 baud. There's got to be another file that I edited on Esther, you know. This is just really thrashing. Let's just take a look and see, Zpools status. It's doing a scrub. Scrub in progress since Monday, November the 29th. Really? Scrub is finished. This is in the process of scrubbing with 2 hours to go. Okay. Since that's going to thrash its brains out for the next 2 hours, I think what I'm going to want to do, maybe I can attach a USB Type 3 backup disk something. No, maybe I could do a ZFS send, but I can't. You can't do a ZFS send off of this because this is FreeBSD current. I can't do a ZFS receive into FreeBSD 13 from this FreeBSD 14 because the open ZFS versions are quite different. Does anybody notice that there's something that's not happening? Anybody notice what's not happening? What's not happening? Anybody notice? Do you see what I don't see? I don't see a panic. What we don't see here is a panic. So, that seems pretty clear. Yeah, 2 hours and 7 minutes to go. What I need to do is attach another SATA disk. Well, I want that bloody big Samsung SSD attached. That's what I want. Jeez. And these disk IDs are all screwed up. Who knows? It might just fix itself up, and after the scrub is done, I might be able to boot this thing. Who knows? Anything's possible. Okay. All right. So it's not panicking, right? Let's go back to. Hey, it's me. It's me. I know. I'm pretty. Okay, so blue light is on solid. Let's put this keyboard away. And I also need to research this COM console serial option because I didn't see it work. But it certainly shouldn't go to 115,200 baud by default. That seems perverse. That's just my opinion. Most telecom equipment expects 9600 baud 891. Oh well. Uh-oh. Windows character encoding, you say. Okay, so these instructions are crap. We now know that. We now know those instructions are shit. Oh, did the bot die? Has the bot packed up and left on vacation? Very possible the bot just simply says no. The bot says no. The bot has died. Somebody banned the bot. This is from 2017 and it's wrong. USB memory stick installer. No, you can't modify the bootloader. Oh no. We got ourselves another core dump. Core dumper. Okay, RTFM, the man said. He said RTFM. I heard him. Read the full manual, he said. Let's go to installing FreeBSD. Wow, that was slow. This is probably not going to tell me installation media. Yeah, the handbook is kind of like an overview type of thing. You boot into the loader, break into the OK prompt, type set that and boot. You know what? I'm just going to write that down because there's a couple different options you have to set. Like, set, for example, set kern.smp disabled. You know, that's a good one. If you want to turn off SMP, kern.smp.disabled, you can do that. You can turn on debugging of memory management. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. Debug, verbose, sysinit. And you're saying setcom console speed equals 9600. Okay, man. I absolutely believe you 100%. I am happy that you have edified me and made sure that I understand the error of my ways. Because that is something I'm going to use. Okay? That's it, huh? Yeah. The loader basically does the set foobar equals. Okay. Well, in that case, we probably need booting a PowerPC. Who's done that lately? Yeah, I've tried that. That's a horrible experience. Right there. Escape to the loader prompt. This will boot the system into a repair prompt that contains a limited number of stage 3. Escape boot into the right there. Okay. Well, I've got that written down now, but we can't do anything for a couple hours because that's it. The machine is doing a ZPool scrub. I'm very happy it's doing a ZPool scrub. It's not panicking, right? There's no panic happening. Yeah, you mean the loader prompt? No, I got it. Yeah. No, I got it. Yes. Yeah, not the open firmware OK prompt. I got that. Right. That's different. Yes, that's different. And that was basically all I wanted to do today. You know? Let me do a make clean here. Esther is running fine. Esther is doing great. And there's my schmuck. There's the schmucker right there. And that would require a change in topic. Simulate the gambling schmuck described in the README. Okay? So this requires a change of topic. And I think what I should do with YouTube is just say, nah, I'm done. It's doing a ZPool scrub. That's as much of a recovery I'm gonna get. And we can fart around with this, you know. Well, the discs are thrashing. We can fart around with this, right? I just am left with a problem. How the hell? I need to do a ZFS send of like the whole damn thing. I guess I could just mount NFS from off of another big machine, right? Do that. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, let's get to this. Color data. We don't need this anymore, do we? No, we don't. The color data is not required anymore. This is gone. We're now doing this with a single 64-bit UINT right there. What? Oh, you're stuck dealing with Windows problems? I'm very sorry to hear that. Just a second. Okay, this next array lets you know what color the ball is landing on top of. A 0 indicates black and 1 indicates red color. The 0 and 00 are usually green. This is true. This array starts at the number 1, goes up to 36. But I'm not going to use an array. Bing, 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 4 times. That would result in too many red squares. Okay, we may represent the color data with this bit pattern in a single 64-bit UINT data type. And there's the bit pattern. And again, I keep saying a 1 represents red, a 0 for black. My comments are very verbose. You don't have to be concerned about, I wonder what he means, you know? It'd be perhaps obscure to mess around with bit masks just to determine the color the ball lands on. It would work, of course, in perhaps something like this. But that would only make sense for slot number from 1 to 36. However, the bit pattern's in reverse order. The bit 3 is not representing the color of slot 3, which is red. Bit 3 is in the leastmost 4 bits, and they should be color data for the numbers 33 upwards to 36. We need to reverse the bit order. I don't know if anybody's following this, but so here's my bit stream that represents the colors on a roulette wheel, you know? So above we see bit 35 will represent the red 36. And I've put it in an ASCII diagram. I probably didn't need to do it this way, but whatever. There's bit 35, slot 36. No, I didn't. Well, yes. Well, yes and no. Yes and no. Do I bit shift? Yes and no. This was a silly kind of idea that, I don't know, I was having a beer the other night and I thought, you know, instead of using 36 integers in an array at 4 bytes each to represent the color red or black, which is basically a Boolean state, it all fits beautifully into 36 bits. So first I put the bits into a 64-bit data structure, data type, right? So it's basically just 64 bits. They're all zeros except for the last 36 bits. The last 36 bits actually have our data, and there it is. I should probably put in a line right here that says hex. Okay, this will be A, 5, 5, that's a 6, that's an A again, This is a 9. 8 plus 1 is 9. This is a 5. And that's a 5. There you go. So there's our data right there. I know it's lowercase, but what the hell. Here, for the sake of consistency, there, I should probably make it all uppercase just for the sake of, consistency somewhere. Same thing up here. Up here, where I originally started specking out the idea. There. Okay, now, and I know I'm using a lowercase 0x here on purpose. I don't bit shift, I mask off the one bit that I care about. Whatever the slot number is, and there's the comment right there, okay? Bernadette! Whatever, where'd term cap go? Happy birthday to you. It's his birthday. Happy birthday to you. And he's sending me a hand-knitted toque. His wife knitted a toque for me. I'll be wearing that. It should even set up. It should arrive before Christmas. Here, let's stay on topic here. Happy birthday to you. Slot number, whatever the slot number is. So work with me. If it lands in slot 1, which we know is red, we take that number and we subtract 1 from it. That gives us 0. We then take a 1 and we shift it left by that number of bits. Now in the case of slot 1, we're not shifting anything at all. We just take the bit flag, which is this data, and we AND with a single 1-bit mask. And that gives us either a value of 0, because it's black, or it gives us a non-zero value, which means it's red. That's it. And it works that way all the way up to red 36. Make sense? Now, the argument can be made that this is a ridiculously inefficient way of doing things when we could have just used an array of 36 frickin' integers, right? But I felt like collapsing 36 times 4, which is what, 72, 144 bytes. 144 bytes of memory to represent 36 bits, right? It just seemed like, the question on the table, pun intended, would be, why do such a thing? Well, just for fun. Well, I did. I had uint 8, I did, but you're still using 36 bytes. You're still using 36 bytes, right, to represent 36 bits. Factor of 8. Still pretty bloated, right? I mean, that's bloatware. Anyway, somewhere way down here. Uh-oh, someone's seeking your attention. Hold on a second. I get way down here someplace where we eventually get to making the decision of red or black. It all happens right here. So there it is. So the color mask is equal to, I call this a big 64-bit 1, because we absolutely must have 64-bit data types in all of this. So, I mean, you could make the argument that you're using 8 bytes to represent 1. Huh. Yeah, it was just for shiggles. Shits and giggles, there's arguments that can be made that said, why do this? Well, just for shits and giggles. And it works. The color flag is right there. And I don't even have to do the greater than 0. I mean, do we have to do the greater than 0? I mean, basically, if it's 0, we're down here in black. Otherwise, it's red. So this is being a little verbose. That's okay. I'm verbose, Oh, I hate bit fields. No, I hate bit fields. Bit fields suck. I don't like bit fields. I can't even remember the last time I used a bit field. Bit fields are the sort of thing you use if you're doing like embedded programming on some embedded device where you've got 512 bytes of memory. I mean, that's all you've got, you know, and they're not portable. Yeah, right. Bit fields are nothing but a disaster. They have a place. They have a place, and guys like Don, right? Not bitmaps, bit fields. No, bit fields. Think of it like a funky kind of union or a funky kind of structure, you know? Yeah, it's in the C programming language, and I can't remember the last time I even looked at a bit field. Jeez. When was the last time you even thought about a bit field? I think I once did a bit field of 1 bit just to fart around with it, you know? Just to screw around. That allocates 24-bit int. Yeah, but you can do 1 bit. I can't even remember the last time you looked at it. It's like ridiculous. Sort of C99 bit field. Do I want to even look at this? I mean, this is just so long. Blah 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 blah. Right there. Unsigned int blah 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 1. This is ridiculous. Okay, the above structure requires 4 bytes of memory space for status variable, but only 2 bits will be used to store the values. Yeah. Yeah, char bit 1. In the case of char bit 1, what would be the size of that? And it's disgusting. Yeah, we're not going there. No, that's a no. That's a no, you know. You've never even heard of it? Be thankful. Just be thankful. Bit fields, never heard of that. Good. Your life is better because of it. Unless you work in, like, again, embedded space with really interesting hardware, like, you know, PIC processors. If your name is Don Ho, then you know all about this stuff, right? And you can't do a size of on bit fields. Yeah, but you can bring up a debugger and you can take a look at where it is in its address in memory. And you can kind of like make a guess. Like, I wonder how big this bit field is. It'll have a memory address. Oh, and the register storage type is being deprecated. But is that just strictly in C++ register? Not sure. I have int number equals 5. I want the color of that number. Big switch case. Oh, there's lots of ways of doing this that are just ridiculous. Lots of ways. What we didn't do, though, was we didn't code the schmuck. The schmuck has not been coded yet because, look, there's the bankroll right there. This guy has not placed a single bet. The schmuck. The schmuck that walks up to a roulette table in a casino. We haven't coded that part. But I can certainly say, you know, schmuck does 20 spins of a roulette table. And when he does 20 spins, it says, there it is, you know, 27 odd red, 23 odd red, 2 even black, you know, et cetera, all the way down. And we get a 00, a 0, a 00, a 0 in 20 spins of this roulette wheel. We get 0 and 00. We get 4 zeros. that would be really upsetting to some players at a casino that, well, we just got a zero, because there's not a lot of people that'll place a bet on those zeros because they think they're somehow special. The ball is blind, the ball doesn't give a damn. The ball doesn't care. The odds or the probability of landing on a double zero are the exact same as the probability of landing on a single zero is the exact same as the probability of landing on, 22, which I think is black, The Monte Carlo effect. No, are you thinking of the gambler's fallacy? Are you thinking of the fallacy that just because red came up 3 times in a row that there's the probability, yeah, you're thinking of the gambler's fallacy. Okay, which is, for the sake of clarification, in case there's anybody who's like, what's the gambler's fallacy? Well, that's the gambler who walks up with, he's got the whiskey in his hand, he's already half freaking corked and drunk anyway, and he looks at the roulette wheel and he goes, I just see it just did red, red, black, red, 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 green, red, green, red, 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 black. He sees the history of because they actually display that, right? They display that shit. And he sees a zero right there. Black, red, green, whatever, but there's a bunch of blacks there. So the gambler's fallacy is, sooner or later, that wheel has got to kick out some red, because it just did black, 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 green, black, one single frickin' red, and a green again. And so, okay, but Jeff, hold on a second. There's a caveat, there's a twist to all this. There is a difference between the prediction in advance of a sequence of events of equal probability. Now, at the moment, I'm talking about a sequence of events of equal probability, such as flipping a coin. And I just happen to have right here, this is a British £2 coin, right? I can tell you in advance, the probability is 1 in 2, okay, 1/2, that it comes up heads or tails. And I don't even know what the hell heads or tails in a British, coin looks like. Well, there's a head, there's the queen, and there's something else which is not the queen. So we'll call that heads and tails, okay? I can say in advance that a single flip likely is 50-50, but that's not entirely true. And before anybody starts getting upset with me, yes, Percy Diaconis of Stanford University, Diaconis, of course it's a Greek, it's always going to be a Greek mathematician, Percy Diaconis, okay, the coin flip analysis, and he analyzed the living daylights out of this, right? Magician turned mathematician uncovers bias in coin, Stanford University. It's not 50-50 of an ideal coin, but sorry, the research has shown that there actually is a bias, and the guy did real research on this. So before we get into, and there's YouTube videos about this, there's YouTube videos where you can see the whole bloody thing. There's the man right there, Percy Diaconis, and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, right? The odds in a coin flip are not 50-50. They're not 50-50. There's an actual slight, very slight bias. Anyway, yeah, you could. There's lots of sleight of hand stuff, but he did the research. Okay, he did the research where he was very careful about, okay, how do you flip a coin? Do you flip a coin with a certain rotation rate? Does it rotate very fast? Does it rotate slow? If a coin is rotating very, very slow, it basically goes up as a flat frisbee. and comes down as a flat frisbee because it's got zero rotation, zero angular momentum of its rotation about this axis, etc., etc. In any case, the point I'm trying to make is, in advance, I can say the probability is essentially 50-50 that it comes up heads or comes up tails on a single coin flip, and that's because, for the sake of discussion, a coin flip has a probability of 0.5. We're going to say, for the sake of discussion, 0.5. In the absence of research, and without getting into Percy Diaconis's work, we're going to say 0.5. So the probability of every coin flip is always 0.5. Always. If I flip it once, that's 0.5. It lands heads. I can flip it again. Heads. Okay, I can flip it again. Whatever. Tails. Okay, but that's 3 flips I'm looking at in the past. I'm not looking at 3 events coming in the future. The 3 events that just happened had a 50-50 or 0.5 probability each, so that is a chain, or a probability chain, or a Markov chain. That is a Markov chain, okay? M-A-R-K-O-F chain, Markov chain. And I guess we can go to Wikipedia, that'll probably have, I hope that they keep it relatively simple. Yeah, there's a dice right there, probability theory. Everybody loves looking at a Markov chain. Everybody does. You can read all about it, I guess, here, but, you know, discrete time Markov chains. We're talking about the probability of a given event. This is not a paywall. Give us money later. The probability of the event of a coin flip, I'm calling it 0.5. In advance, I can predict with a high degree of certainty that I will get only one time in 8 will I get 3 heads in a row. One time in 8. Why is that? Because there's 2 possible results in the first coin flip, there's 2 possibilities on the next coin flip, and then there's 2 more possibilities on the next coin flip. And it's 2 times 2 times 2, 8. There are 8 possible things that can happen, and every one of those possibilities makes sense. The probability of having 3 heads in a row is only 1 in 8. And that's on ideal flips. Yeah, we're talking about ideal flips, and we're talking about what I call a Markov chain, where we're looking at a sequence of probability events where the probability is absolutely equal for every single event. When we come back to something more complex, like a roulette wheel, it is tempting to think, I just saw in the past 4 blacks land in a row. The probability of any given number on a fair, balanced, not biased roulette wheel with a croupier, that is to say the guy who spins the wheel and spins and drops in the ball, fair and reasonable meaning that that guy doesn't have a bias, or that lady, or whomever, provided you're dealing with relatively unbiased, a nice fair wheel, it's 1 in 38 every single time. It's 1 in 38. The 38 numbers on the wheel. 36 of them, half are red, half are black, and then you got the 0 and the double 0, and they're green. There's 38. 1 in 38 is what you're dealing with. Having seen 4 blacks in a row, one would say, what's the probability of that happening in the future? The probability is 1 divided by 38 to the power of 4. That's one hell of a number. It is, here, I'll do this to 16 digits, okay? We'll do 138 divided by, we'll print that for the sake of looking at it, and then I'll do to the power of 4. Print and quit. Roll, baby. The probability of any given number on a roulette wheel is, if we multiply by 100 and think in terms of percentage, this is 2.63%. 2.63. That's it. That's what you're dealing with for the probability of a given number on a roulette wheel. But if you are looking in advance at a Markov chain, at a sequence of events, and you're saying the next 4 in a row will all be black, we're looking at, well, actually, this is 4 of the exact same number in a row. 4 of the exact same number, okay? Is anybody with me in this? So this is 4 of the exact same number. That's like saying it lands on the number 1, which I think is red. It lands on the number 1, and then on the very next spin, it lands on the number 1 again. Everybody's seen that. And then on the next spin, it lands on the number 1 again. At which point, people are going to go, well, that shouldn't happen, and then it lands on the number 1 again. And that's when the pit boss walks over in the casino and starts wondering if somebody's messing with the wheel, because the probability of that happening is this 0.0000005. What is that? Only 5 times out of, how many zeros are there? Is there 6 or is there 7? Only 5 times out of 10 million spins of a fair wheel are you going to get the exact same number coming up 4 times in a row. But what about red and black? Well, red and black is really easy. How many red numbers is there on the table? Well, we know that the 0 and the 00, they're both green. So let's not give them consideration. Let's take a look at the other 36. We got 36, and they're all either red or green, evenly, spread out nice and even on the wheel. Okay, of those 36, 18 of them are red, and 18 are black. Makes sense, right? So we've got 18 of, we'll say black, 18 black numbers on the, black numbers matter. So 18 black numbers on a roulette wheel, okie dokes, out of 38. If we print that, I think that number is about 0.47, 47%. Yeah, it's about 47%. You can't walk up to a roulette wheel, flip a coin, okay, and go 50-50 and go, I'm going to bet either red or black based on whether I see heads or tails. You can try that, but you're going to lose because the wheel has the double green, the 0 and the 00. So you're going to lose, okay? It's just that simple. It's mathematically absolutely guaranteed. Over time, you're going to lose. Now, 18 divided by 38, that's going to be about 0.47, okay, to the power of 4 now. I think I'm just going to go out on a hint here. That's going to be less than 1 in 16, though. It's less than 1 in 16. It's a small percentage. In fact, it's about 1 in 20. There you go. It's about 1 in 20. So this is 0.47, 47%. There you go, 47%. That's going to be the possibility of picking either a red or a black number on a roulette wheel. 47%, that's it. That's the way it is mathematically. But 4 black numbers in a row should only happen 1 time in 20. 0.05. Is 0.05 1 in 20? I think so. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5, so 1 divided by 20, that's 0.05. So 1 in 20. 1 in 20. So there we see black, 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 black. That should only happen on a fair wheel about 1 time in 20 spins. You're looking at 20 spins on the screen. And there they are. Out of 20 spins, there's going to be possibly 4 colors in a row, either red or black. Does this all make sense? Oh, roulette's a mathematical loss. Yeah, I think there's a famous quote where Albert Einstein basically said, this is a game that you cannot win. Okay? This is a game you cannot win. End of story. But there are people who have gone into casinos and won massive amounts of money because the guys who broke the bank at Monte Carlo carefully went in and studied, watched roulette wheels, and determined that the roulette wheel had a bias. They determined that it's a roulette wheel because a roulette wheel is a physical thing. It's physical. It has a certain degree of balance. It may be out of balance ever so slightly. It has bearings. The bearings wear down over time. There's going to be the croupier, the guy who drops the ball into that wheel. He falls into a pattern because he's working for a living and he's busy watching all these other people, and there's drinks which are going around, there's noises going off in the casino, and the guy falls into a pattern. I mean, he literally just spins that wheel at the exact same speed pretty much every single time, then he drops that ball in at pretty much the exact same kind of like drop every single time, and he forms a bias on a biased wheel. And that's how people have taken advantage of that bias, because now all of a sudden that 47%, it's not 47% anymore. Now it's 52%. That kind of deal, right? Okay, so Marion, okay, again, you're looking at the past. You look at 3 events in the past of equal probability. You're going to say there's a 1 in 20 chance that the next color coming up is going to be black, and that's the gambler's fallacy. And you have fallen into the gambler's fallacy, because no, that's absolutely wrong. The probability that the next color comes up black is 0.47. Every event, equal probability. A Markov chain of events where the probability is the exact same every single time. The probability does not shift because it dropped on black previously. Okay? The table doesn't reset. The ball that drops in a roulette wheel is blind. It has no memory. That ball has no memory and is completely blind and completely no consideration about you whatsoever, or for that matter, anything else other than gravity. And that's the only damn thing. The only thing you can say is it's 0.47 probability that the next color comes up either red or black. You cannot use the past to predict the future on a fair roulette wheel. You cannot. Unless, of course, you're willing to accept the probabilities which are already in play. If you're willing to accept the fact that you know you're going to lose to the house over any period of time, then the casino loves you. They'll bring you free drinks. I kid you not. You can stand there and place bets and they will bring you free booze. Okay? It's just ridiculous. And people do it. People do it. Well, my understanding is, based on the fact that I have a friend who works at a casino who asked me a question about roulette. He asked me a roulette question, and I started thinking about it and saying, oh, that's not how it works. You know, you can't, if you're walking up to a roulette table, because I think when you walk up to a roulette table, there's what they call the roulette tree. The roulette table tree? I think that's what they call it, the roulette table tree display. Somebody's had to have taken a picture inside a casino. They have a tree, or a big frickin' display that right there. Okay, so here, see this? That's the history of what has happened in the past. right there. And you've really got to be bonkers, out of your mind, you know, stupid to play roulette over a computer remotely without having the ability to see the wheel, right? And look at this. This is a single zero. This is bullshit. This does not exist. A single zero roulette table does not exist anywhere in North America. I don't even think they exist in Monte Carlo or Europe. No, this is bullshit. But gamblers all the time will walk up to a roulette wheel with the 00 and the 0 here, and they look at the tree up here, this display, and then they make a decision on what to do next, thinking that the past predicts the future on a fair wheel, and it doesn't. Oh, this is like okay, so the 3-door Monty Hall problem has to be expanded out to like 32 doors, or we can go to 86 or 100 doors. We can go to 100 doors with the Monty Hall problem, where you're always asked the question, having made that choice, do you want to switch? The answer is yes. You always want to switch, every time. What's that? You're gonna do a stream later? Okay, good. You have to fix some make files. You're gonna rant about make files, which is good. I love that. That's a great topic. I don't know if this is useful to people. The Percy Diaconis stuff, it would really be great. Okay, probability physics coin toss. Harvard University has an article about this. It was really surprising to me that, the amount of research and study that was done. This is called banding, or coin flip banding, where we're looking at, there's Omega right there. I don't know if you guys can see this. Here, let me just zoom in like 300%. This is coin flip banding here. Yeah, here we go. So we're looking at the rotational Omega, what a surprise. We're looking at the rotational velocity of the coin about the axis of flip, the axis that we call flip, not the rotation, the flat rotation, which I can say is about rotation about, hypothetically we can call this the z-axis, okay, or the k vector if we want to talk, three-dimensional Cartesian coordinates. We'll say, well, that's the k or the z-axis direction going up. So we're not going to care about the rotation about the symmetry axis on the z-axis, k vector. I'm interested in the rotation as it rotates this way. And so there's the omega right there, which is the rotational angular momentum, and the rate of angular rotation. Does it flip once? Does it flip twice? Does it flip 3 times? Over here is the velocity as it goes upwards. The question is, does it go up a lot? Does it go up just a little? Because, if you flip a coin with a huge rotational velocity like this, like bang, sorry, I did the best I could there. Did the best I could, like boom, there. That's like flipping a lot and then landing down again. That is a really high rotational rate with a really low altitude or vertical velocity, right? And this is called flip, what's this? Brady made the argument the coin faces are uneven. There's lots of different biases, and Brady Haran, I think, number file, yes, he likely did something on this. Everybody's looked at it ever since Percy Diaconis did, like the work. And it should be, dynamical bias in a coin toss. So right there, 2007. You can here's a paper which is at Harvard University. You can look into it. What you don't see are papers published. I don't know if there's a paper out there published about bias or lack of bias on casino roulette wheels, because I think the casino gambling business would get really upset if somebody started doing a lot of work on that, because then again, we're dealing with people that are not too smart, right? You end up with people that are really not too smart, where you can tell them, do you know that if you get the flu vaccine, your probability of getting the flu goes all the way down to 0.02. Science, baby. Or you can go get another type of vaccination and a booster shot thereafter, and then all of a sudden the probability of getting that particular disease falls all the way down to 0.001. You can tell people that stuff based on scientific research and measurement and quantifiable data and repeated experiments and billions of people walking around that can demonstrate that that's how it works, and you still end up with the moron who walks up to the roulette table and says, I just saw 4 blacks in a row. It's going to come up red. And it came up green. It comes up green. Then it comes up black again, right? 4 blacks in a row, and then it came up green. That's a 0. That wipes out the whole table. Not many people are going to bet on the 0, the double 0, because superstition, right? You can't fix that. You can't fix those people. There's nothing you can do. And Las Vegas is built on losers, not on winners. Not on winners. Okay, I'm ranting. I wonder how my Zpools doing. I gotta check. Just bear with me a second here. I gotta switch the monitor around, take a look. Well, the blue light is still on, so I know it's still thrashing. The blue light is thrashing. Okay, now that means I gotta reach for a keyboard now. Use the mouse. Mouse! What's the status? It says there's an hour to go. Alright, well, I'm running out of energy and enthusiasm because I've had some good strong coffee, but that was 2.5 hours ago. And so at this point, what's this? There's a study that found that the coin starts out heads and more often ends up in heads. Yes, Jeff, that's Percy Diaconus. Jeff? Yeah, that's Percy Diaconus, right? That's the guy. Yeah, he's the man. And there's a YouTube video from almost certainly Numberphile where that's been looked at in detail, and anyway, yeah, I've had coffee 0 or 1, I don't know which, but it was a good strong coffee. But nonetheless, my enthusiasm is rapidly burning out. And again, I'm just going to say, what's the probability of the same number coming up is not the same as what's the probability of the same color showing up in a row. Okay. And then we've got, hold on a second. Hold on. I might as well talk about this because this is the layout of a roulette table anywhere in North America or the world that I know of. And there's been too many people that argue about this. There's so many different ways you can make bets. There's so many different ways. But bear with me. I need a short break. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves and place bets. Alrighty then. Has anybody here ever heard about the, what's this? You can only just bet on red, black, green. No. No. They have many different ways of taking your money. There are many different ways of taking your money. please allow me to illustrate. Okay, I'm going to call this table. Ah, to heck with it. We'll do that. This is my ASCII art, okay? Yeah, playing cards. That's never been looked at, you know, mathematically. Okay, first off, there's, let me just think. There's inside bets, and there's things which are called outside bets. So down here, whoa, down here, we can do what's called a third. You can cover, is that a third? Oh, I screwed up. Hold on a sec. There we go, third, and then another 4 numbers. There's a third, and then this is a third. You can do thirds like this. This is called your lower third. All right, here's your lower third. Here's your middle third. All right, and then you've got you know, your upper third block of numbers. Right, you can bet on that stuff if you want, and it pays off 2 to 1. They all pay off 2 to 1. Okay, so if you bet 50 bucks, it pays off 100. Okie dokes. Those are called thirds. Anybody like my ASCII art? Man, I'm just absolutely killing the ASCII art here. So you can do that. That's a type of outside bet, like that. If you want, you can also bet on things which are called street bets. So this is a street right here. 1, 2, and 3 all together, that is a street bet. So let me see if I can figure out how would I do that. I'm just gonna call this, you know, S0. So that's gonna be street 0. This is gonna be street 1, you know, etc. All the way up to street, what is it, 12? So this is S12 here. I think it's street 12. I think that's got to be street 12. You know, got it. Those are street bets. All right, and those suckers pay. Off the top of my head, I think 11 to 1. They pay 11 to 1. There is a 10 to 1. Well, there's 12 of them, so there's got to be a house edge. Yeah, it's 11 to 1. That's right. Because there's 12 of them, they're not going to let you get paid back 12 to 1. That would be an even thing. It's 11. Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, because there's 12 of the bloody things, it has to be unfair. Meaning you're an idiot, right? And we can simulate all this kind of stuff, and it really doesn't matter what you come up with. It doesn't matter. You'll lose. Over any period of time, you'll lose. You're guaranteed to lose. It's a mathematical certainty, in fact. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Yeah, well, I made a mistake here because really this is street 1. This is going to be street 2. Okay? There's also mixtures of streets. I don't know what the hell those are called. I think they're called rows. I think they're called rows. No. At the end, you can do here at the end of the table. I think those are called column bets. I think. So this here is called, like this would be called column 3, right there. And again, it's covering off an entire third of the table, so it's going to be the same damn thing. It's going to pay 2 to 1. These are column bets, I think they're called. I think they're called, I'm not sure, you know. Okay. Yeah, 1 to 12, they pay 11 to 1. These suckers all pay 2 to 1. All right, so these are 2 to 1 right there. Jeez, I didn't realize I was going to be doing ASCII art on YouTube today. There we go. So those are column bets. You can also do, I don't know what these are called. I'm not sure. Like you can grab an entire group of 6 at a time. Are those called rows? Anybody know? I looked up this stuff on Wikipedia and stuff before I started writing this. Right? I think these are called rows, as in row your bet. You know, so this would be like row 1, I think. Row 1? Yeah, okay, I'll do uppercase just to be consistent. So that's row 1 right there. This is going to be row 2, etc. to row 6, and guess what the payoff is? Since there's 6 of them, what's the payoff on this bet? You make that bet, there's 6 of the suckers, it's going to be 5 to 1. You're gonna lose you're guaranteed to lose money. It's a mathematical certainty, baby. Let me see if I can get smarter about this. Let me just highlight this and go bing, 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 bing. Not bad, not bad. That's the way to do it. There you go. So row 1, row 2, row your boat. This is going to be row 6 right here. So, Advanced VI editing, row 6. Of course, it's off by 1. It's not centered. There we go, row 6. Okay, and those suckers pay 5 to 1. The 11 to 1 is in hex for sure. No, no. But something that you know some people do is they're like, well, it pays 11 to 1 or 10 to 1. Anybody sure about that? There's 12 of them, so it's got to pay 11 to 1. Yeah, is that somebody will walk up and bet on 10 of them, right? They'll literally put down 10 black $100 chips. 10. Bing, 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 bing. 10. You know? They're putting $1,000 on the table to win $100. Risking $1,000 to make $100. Smart like brick, right? Smart like brick. It's insane. Ugh. Actually, this is an interesting topic because, you know, there's just a world of people out there that will do stupid stuff endlessly. It doesn't matter how much you look at the math. It doesn't matter how much you look at the science. They're just gonna be stupid, you know. As if gambling was ever sane, you know. Yeah. So, oh, hold it. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. Wait. I forgot. What's missing in all this? We forgot what's missing. Hold on a second. There's 4 things missing. Yeah, 4 things. 4. Okay. Odd. I don't know exactly how this is going to fit. Hold it. Yeah, no, 4. So this has to line up there. Let me see if I can put this in the middle. We'll call that odd. Okay, so odd lines up with that right there. Okay. So even. You can bet on odd. You can bet on even. That's got to go there. You can bet on red, of course. And you can bet on black. There you go. There you go. Odd, even, red. Red's in, it's not in the middle. It used to be in the middle. There you go. You can bet on odd, even, red, or black. There you go. And 3 guesses what they pay. Anybody want to guess? They're 1 to 1. You bet $100, you get back $100. That's it. Whatever you risk is whatever you get back. And we already know that's 47%. Okay? It's 47%. What's the point of 1-to-1? You don't have to think. I mean, you can have a drink in your hand, be drunk off your ass, and make that bet. Oh man, did I screw that up? Yeah, I screwed that up. That didn't work out. You know, it's like, you got to remember, there's also free drinks, right? You're getting free drinks. There you go. What's the point of 1-to-1? Well, you get your money back. Yeah. If you put, of course they don't. It doesn't make any bloody sense if you. 1-to-1 means you bet $100. Okay, you put down a black $100 chip. You win. He doesn't take that away. He just puts another black $100 chip on top of it and says, "There you go. Take that back." Right? It's like that. It's a great way to reach, a great way to meet dumb rich chicks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, is there anything else? Okay, anybody ready for the really complicated shit? Okay, here comes the really complicated shit. Any given single number, right there. Okay, any number pays 35-to-1. You bet a black $100 chip on number 1 red, and it hits, they pay you $3,500. 35-to-1. Okay? That's called a straight up, that's a straight bet. Any two numbers. You can straddle any two numbers right there. Whoop, undo. Sorry. Right there. 8 black, 11 black. Straddle the two numbers. That pays 17-to-1. Any two numbers. And it doesn't have to be there. It could also be over here. That's a straddle. That's a split. That's a split bet. 17-to-1. That's 11 black and 10 black. Isn't it funny that you can do a 10 and 11 black split? You can do 8 and 11 black split, and you're still on black. Lots of people with lots of drinks in them have spent a lot of time thinking about how that makes sense. It doesn't make any damn difference. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. You can also corner right there. Whoop, I screwed up again. I'm going to do this. Let me just do this. There you go. That's a corner bet. That covers 16 red, 17 black, 19 red, 20 black. That pays 8-to-1. Right, 8-to-1. Does anybody notice the sequence of numbers? There's a sequence going on here. A straight bet on 20 black, 35-to-1. What's half of 35? 17.5. If you make a split bet, it pays 17-to-1, not 17.5. You lose the 0.5. Your edge just keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. What's half of 17? That's 8.5. You don't get 8.5 on a corner. Corner pays 8-to-1. You got it? Yeah, it's integer arithmetic, integer math. 8-to-1. Is there anything else? I don't know. I think that's it. Oh, wait. There's something called the basket, which is stupid. The absolute dumbest, stupidest bet on the table is the basket, right there. I should call this B basket. B basket. The basket case bet. Basket case. The basket case bet pays 5 to 1. It covers 0, double 0, 1, 2, 3. And that's the stupidest bet on the whole damn table. That's the basket case. It has the absolute worst odds possible. You can't make a stupider bet. Apparently, if we think about the math, we can go through it. We can look at, well, what's the possibility of 5 numbers out of 38? You know, included on 1 to 1. What's that? Where's 1 to 1? No, B is the basket case, is this guy right here, the basket case, B. You don't go there to make money. No, you can, like the man said, you can basically hang out and meet rich chicks or whatever, or just free drinks, because I don't think you're gonna get free drinks though at a table where the minimum bet is $1. But then again, who knows? Maybe if the minimum bet is $1, right? You just stand there putting out like, what color is a $1 chip? Is it white? I think it's like white. Like a white chip is $1, right? You're putting out $1 bets. Maybe after 15 or 20 minutes, after you've lost like 30 or 40 or 50 bucks, someone will come by and give you a free beer. You know, here's a beer. Good for you. You just paid $35 for a beer, right? Oh, bet on everything and 1 to 1 to keep some of your money. The basket bet's like betting on everything. Well, think about it. If you cover all 38 numbers on the table, your probability of winning is yes, 100%. You're guaranteed to win. You're also guaranteed to lose because it only pays you back 35. You get back 35 to 1. You covered 38 numbers, and there's plenty of people, who have bet on 34 fucking numbers on the table, and sure enough, it lands on one of the suckers that's not covered. And that's gotta suck, you know? Anyway, maybe I'll call this move table. I think that's not bad. I'll call this table, I'll just say readme dot bet. There we go. Alrighty. You bet 3,800 beaver skins, drinks not included on the board, you get back 3,600 beaver skins? Yeah, okay, that's right. You reach out on the table and you pull back 35 to 1, plus the one that was sitting on that number, so that's 3,600, but one of those was already yours. You didn't win that one that you get back. No. You won 3,500 beaver skins. You protected one of those beaver skin things, right? It's stupid. You lost $200. It better be cognac that they brought you. It better be Remy Martin, okay, Louis XIII cognac that you're drinking for free. If you're at a roulette table playing with black $100 chips, right? Anyway, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. The numbers are just absolute. You can't make it make sense. And again, the README here, which I think is in my repo someplace, was what if right here, what if it says here, place an X on every black square. So cover every black number on the board. Okay? So there it is. 2 black, there's the X. 4 black, X. 6, X, right? Every single black number up to the 35 black, you cover every one of them. That's 18 bets right there. 18 bets. Pays 35 to 1. Every one of them, that is. Now, place a bet on every split that adds in a red number. Are you with me on this? You cover every single black number. Now, you put in a split bet on every single black number such that it adds a red number. So this is our 2 black right there. There it is, X. It gets a split to the 5 red. The 4 black gets a split to the 1. The 6 black gets a split to the 3 red. You got it? All the way across the table, you do that very carefully. Let's look at the probability of a win here. We have 38 numbers on the wheel when we include the 36 regular numbers and the 0 and the double 0. And I can tell you that the little bouncing ball, like I said, is blind. It does not see if there's a red landing spot, a green, or a black. That thing has no real clue at all. The question is, do you win or lose? Even if you win, if this thing lands on a, where is it, 27 red, you lose everything. Even if you win on a red number other than 27, you lose, right? You lose money. Yeah. But how many numbers are covered? Well, that's in here. It's in the README, right? I went over it. Okay, there's the, that's supposed to be rho. I can't get a Greek letter rho with VI in this. Maybe I can if I can figure out the control sequence to get a rho, but I said, you know, the probability of a red win is going to be 18 divided by 38, and there's the 47.36%. We already talked about this, right? And then here's the bets on the table, going by row order for black. Every single one of them covers off what's going on. And then down here, I cover off what's it going to cost. Depending on what happens, what's it going to cost? Well, either of the zeros are a total loss. That's bupkis. So either of the zeros, you're wiped out. Red 27 is a total loss. We know that. But that's the only 3 numbers on the whole damn table. That's a total loss. Red 19 is a double split red. That number does not straddle a black. The red 19 is like an orphan red. We look up here, the red 19, right there. There it is. Hold on a second. Did I get that right? Red 19, 17, 17, double split red. 19. How did I get that out of there? 19, no, it's split against 22. Well, you know, I gotta fix this now. Echo dash E. Oh, I don't know, Brendan. Hold on, I can check that out in a second. Why was I thinking 19 red is a double split? There's got to be an oddball in here someplace. There's some sort of an oddball. How did I get that wrong? Because it's obviously straddling with 22 black. No, if it lands on 19 red, you get a split, and you get a split, and you get nothing else. That's right. If it lands on the 19, you get a split plus a split. So 17 to 1 plus 17 to 1, you get a 34 to 1 payoff. Got it. What if I do, let's see, yeah, row your boat, you know? Yeah, Greek row. So that makes sense. Yes, 17-17 is a double split red, and that's a total loss. And I'm assuming you're playing with $5 chips. Every chip, every bet is a $5 chip, just for the sake of being uniform, right? Yes, row your probability. And I haven't bothered to write up the probabilities of, you know, what's going to happen. You know, here's your disaster, though. Your 3 over 38 is a disaster. You're just wiped out. You're gone. Yeah, but all I see is a square box. You know, on my IRC thing here, I see a square box. You know, I don't get a row out of that. Oh. Row. That's not row. And if I highlight copy, are you telling me that works? That's row. Hey, just a second here. Ah, look at that. Perfect. Perfect. That's row. Excellent. Excellent. Ding, fries are done. Oh man, you know what? Let me sort of, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, Martha. Readme dot Greek. That's, I don't know what order that's in, and I can't read it either. Oh, that's helpful. That's helpful, but I can't read it. Oh, it's a terrible thing. Terrible thing to be illiterate. Oh, hello there. How are we doing? Is that what that was? Oh, okay. It's not gibberish. It look well. Obviously, our local Greek mathematician has got it figured out. Just a second. I'm just going to do a make clean here. So I was thinking of a relatively simple way of sticking that betting procedure for our schmuck. Like, there's our schmuck. This is called the schmuck, the smackhead schmuck moron betting idea. I wish I could get that to stay on the screen. There we go. Okay, there you go. I know, no, yeah, no, I'm using the Mersenne twister at the moment because it's repetitive, because it allows me to do debugging and such. Okay, so the Mersenne twister is being used because it's completely repetitive. I get to see the exact same results over and over and over again. It's really hard, you know, to debug something when you're getting completely random data from dev random, right? So I went with Mersenne twister up front, but that's okay. I've got a README in here. Here we go. Yeah, do not use /dev random for the moment, but Don't worry, don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okie dokes. In fact, there's like a README here. It says, yeah, we're going to use a software pseudo random number generator, which is the Mersenne twister for the moment. Otherwise, we're going to just, you know, we're going to open up /dev random, right? You guys are still doing Greek? I can't follow. What happens if I copy and paste that? Let me just see if I can copy and paste that. Oh, hello there now. Oh, well, yeah, okay. We're trying. We were trying to write a relatively simple piece of software to simulate a schmuck placing bets at a roulette table, just initially, you know, and then yeah, then we're going to change it. Then we're going to change it, right? So probably I'm going to use DRAND, most likely, because I can seed that, right? DRAND, SRAND. Is there a 48 in here someplace? There we go. Don't know why I always forget that. There we go. Yeah, DRAND. So I'm going to use like a seed right there. There's my seed right there. So, you know, you can seed the bloody thing and away we go. All right? But if you're getting completely repetitive numbers over and over again, then why not just use the Mersenne twister up front, you know? Capital ETA looks like a capital H. Just a second, let me just check my my Greek here. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta. Oh, this is all lowercase. Theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu. I can't pronounce that next letter. Xi. Omicron, pi, rho, sigma. Sigma has two different variations. At the end of a word, it looks like an S. Tau, epsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega. Yeah, I got to get better at being able to handle that. Can we now start programming an APL? You need an APL keyboard for that. You really do. You know, Cassie. The drunken schmuck betting pro and the drunken okay, well, okay, first off, there's the traveling salesman problem. Cassie. Not Cassie. Cassie. There's a K in front of it. So the XI is actually XI. There's no implicit vowel. Look, man, I practically had like a hernia trying to pronounce Charleos. It was not easy to get that out. Okay, so one letter at a time. Let me just take note here that that's a Xi. K. Like pencil. KSEE. Okay, I'm just going to take note of that. And it's still wrong. Oh man, I really tried though. You know, I don't know where the emphasis is on the syllables. You know. Who is saying the traveler was not drinking? The traveling salesman problem and the drunken schmuck betting problem. Yeah, I don't see myself writing a paper out of this, but it certainly is fun to fuck around with, right? Nico's getting ready. Hey, TurnCap, another educational stream, Bitfields, betting, Greek, ZFS recovery. We discovered that the hardware is fucked, at least for FreeBSD, which makes me wonder what about Linux? You know, what about Temple OS, right? Is there any other option for me? Ooh, you know what? Maybe the memory is fuckered. The memory is fuckered. Oh, there's Esther. Good old Esther, right there. If the memory is fuckered, where's memtest? Isn't that still a free download, memtest? I thought memtest is still a memsec 86. There we go. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Buy memtest 86 professional. I'm not that motivated. You know, I'm not that motivated. And I do have other systems, right? But I think Nico's getting ready to do a stream, which is perfect. I think my Zpools is, the blue light is still on. Like, there's the blue light right there. Esther, of course, is running fine. He's solving this year's advent of code in Holy See Temple OS. Alexi's a pretty cool guy. And for that matter, so are you. Happy birthday to you. Have I got email? Somebody's sending me email. Remember, everybody, I'm not on Twitch anymore. If you feel the urge to ship me a beer, that's great. It's coming up on 12 noon. It's coming up on 12 noon, and I think that the LCBO has shimmy, you know. I thought it wasn't going to do any drinking in December, though. Wasn't December supposed to be a dry month, or was that last month? I think that was last month, right? I think so. No, that's wrong. That's the wrong store. Change the store. Just a second. November 7. And this is where some people freak out and go, "Oh my God, he typed in his postal code." It's a public shipping address, okay? Public shipping address. Feel free to ship me computer parts and beer, you know? And then we're going to go check out Nico, who's going to do good stuff. Okay. There's the shimmy red, and it says inventory at the selected store, limited quantity. Because I got like 4 of these last week. So I'm going to see if I can get 6 of these today, right? I'm going to see if I can get 6 of these today, and then I'll give consideration to saving them until January. But nothing else ever shows up. I can't, I can order the blue. Home delivery to store, but there's no inventory. How are you doing home delivery when you've got no inventory? Somebody explain that to me. I don't understand it. It's just too complicated for me to understand. Okay, listen everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure. This is yet another public stream where we've looked at all manner of stupidity. Warehouses? Yeah, but if there's warehouses, then there's inventory, right? Because these are beer stores in the area, right? If they've got inventory, then it's gonna show up as inventory. I don't know. Warehouses, like, I can see what you're saying. I don't know. But I've also learned that blue leads to an out-of-body experience, mind-shattering hangover, whereas shimmy red is just wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, and I've got pastrami, and I've got corned beef, and I've got Emmentaler, Swiss cheese, I've got smoked Gruyere, I've got cheese curd. Yes. Okay. Let's see what Nico's up to, everybody. It's time to check in on Nico, and time for me to say tomorrow, or later today, or depending on when the beer shows up, or what my energy level's like, who knows. The schmuck betting problem is still on the table. Hasn't been solved yet. We don't know what's going to happen when you've got a bankroll of $2,000 and you bet like an idiot. There's your bankroll, $2,000. Walk away after you win 1,000, and every bet is $5. Yeah. Yeah. And on that note, we'll check in on that roulette stupidity tomorrow or the next day. I'll try to be a little bit more consistent about that. I know I've said that before, but now I'm saying it again. All right, everybody. Merci bien. Thank you very much. And auf Wiedersehen. And let's go check out Nico, everybody. You all got the URL there. Check out Nico. Right on.